Hello everyone and welcome to our series playing as England in the European Championships. I am looking forward to this. This is going to be a fun one. I'm really looking forward to seeing how we get on playing as the England manager going into the Euros. Now, how I'm going to play this as a mini-series, as it were. The first video is going to be picking the squad, finding out our group, and then playing in the group stages. That's going to be the first video. The second video is going to be then the knockouts all the way through. So we have 2 parts, I guess, mini-series, if you will. We're going to go through and see how we get on. Now, how I'm going to approach this. In terms of picking the squad, I am not going to pick the squad that I would necessarily pick in real life. Got to make that very, very clear early on. I'm going to pick the squad that I think would give me the best chance for us to compete and win with our chosen tactic in FM24. In terms of how we're going to play and what tactic we're going to use, the Pep Guardiola inspired, I guess, tactic rather than a direct recreation, but loosely it is a recreation, I guess. We're going to be using that tactic playing as England. We're going to be playing as England, playing a very attacking formation with a very attacking team, trying to retain the ball and dominate as much as we can. Playing in a very structured way, though, so there might be times where we do lack a bit of creativity in some matches where we just completely control the game, but we've got to be very, very good with our rest defense and preventing counter-attacks. That is the aim. Now, for those of you that are new to me in the channel, my name is Jack. I was at least before, a professional football coach. I've got a UFB license, and I worked at a professional academy before joining Sports Interactive, where I work now, and I'm making sure I say this very clearly every time. This is a personal channel. Everything I do in here is completely personal, got nothing to do with what I do for work. Let's get that out of the way early doors, and let's get into the episode. Right, first thing we're going to do is do our press conference, I think. We're going to do press conference. After we do that, I will holiday through to, I think, the draw, and then we'll do the squad selection after that. So that is going to be on the agenda. But yeah, very, very simple in this series. We are going to be playing as England. We're going to be trying to win the European Championships. And hopefully we can do it. We should probably pick our staff too as well. So do you know what I'm going to do first? We're going to sack all the coaching staff. We're going to get a brand new regime here, get rid of every single member of staff that's in the first team coaching staff. Let's get rid of all of them, and let's bring in a completely new coaching team into the fold before we do our first press conference. So let's start off with the coaching staff. So in terms of assistant manager, all I'm looking for is somebody who is English. First of all the staff are going to be English, no exceptions. They've got to be English nationality. And for the assistant manager, the only thing that I'm looking for is motivating. That's all I want. Somebody to get the lads going. We've got all the tactics up. We need somebody who just gets the lads going. We just need somebody who gets the lads going before the game. And there's somebody right here, Darren Wassell. Darren Wassell played for Brian Clough, the greatest English manager of all time, Brian Clough. If he's good enough for Brian Clough, he's good enough for me.
If that system was good enough for Sir Alf Ramsey, it's good enough for me.
And Darren Wassell's going to come in and be our assistant manager. Congratulations, Darren. Hasn't been in a job since 2016, according to this. He's going to join us to be our assistant manager. He's going to get the lads going before the game, give the team talk at the start of the match, and be, well, that's it. That's his job, really. Just that and a bit of clapping, get the lads going in training.
Okay, Wacko, lead them out.
Let's fucking kill him!
We got the actual coaching stuff sorted. We just need a bit of motivation from old Darren over here. We want a couple of attacking coaches here. So let's get Kevin Keenan from West Ham. He can come and do a job as a coach. That's good. We'll get in. I think Robbie Fowler as well. Defensive coach Stuart Pearce, absolutely. Mike Phelan can come in as well. That seems like a pretty good coaching staff right there, to be fair. We need somebody to coach the mental and tactical side. Does Graham Potter fancy it out of a job a little bit? No, we've offered too many coaches out. That's a shame. Right then, fitness coaches. Okay, that is your England staff going into the European Championships. There are a few there that I didn't really fancy showing you because it was just going to take a while to show you all. But that is your coaching staff. The first team is coaching staff is the only really important bit. That's the thing we really care about. We just redid the whole thing. We need to do a whole new injection of a new philosophy within the England structure. And that is going to be that. In terms of our manager, I have only got the B license, which is my qualification in real life. I don't have the pro license. So I probably could have made this easier for myself because once you start as an international manager, obviously you can't ask them to do the next one up. So handicapped myself a bit there. But we'll get onto the tactic now, I guess. So the tactic is done. The opposition instructions are set too, which is good to see. And then we're going to move on to the set pieces. Going to go hybrid, near post, defend the box, near post, stay high, in swinger. But I think that I don't know whether to delegate the the entire thing to him or not. Because I feel like that in international football, in FM, you only get one shot at this, right? And if he does a routine that screws us up, that could be curtains for us. Whereas I know my routine will be good enough. It might get us the odd goal. It should be pretty good defensively. Shall I trust him? Do I trust Stuart? Stuart, what do you reckon? What does he reckon? He reckons in swinging, that's okay. That's good. Defending post, near the post. I don't know if I like that. Aim for near post. That's fine. Defensive markings balance. That's what I've got anyway. Attacking numbers, defend, transition. So the only thing that's different really is I like to have one player on the near post defensively. And when attacking, I like to, on our set pieces, we had stay high instead of defend transition. So I might give him a go and just let's see what he does. Okay, meeting the press. Start the press conference. There is a lot of pressure on national managers to hit the ground running and produce results from the off. Are you confident you'll be able to get off to a good start as manager of England? I have confidence in that. Yes, I do. The pressures of managing at international level are enormous, and this is reflected by the huge media interest that surrounds both team and manager. That's a lot of pressure to handle. Are you up to it? I would not have taken this job if I was not up to it, Mr. Journalist. Many were surprised. Were they? Yeah, I'm going to go with this answer. I like this one. Some of the best players have been terrible managers. Some of the worst players have been great managers. We'll go with that answer. No comment on playing style. Don't comment on specific players. I would pick somebody completely unknown if it performs well enough. Even Benson and Hedges.
Hang on, there's 28 names down there. I only picked 26.
Well, that's the list you gave me.
Tony Hedges, York City. I didn't pick him, love.
You must have, Mike. I wouldn't have put him down otherwise.
I've never bloody heard of him, have I? And who's this clown, Ron Benson, Plymouth Argyle?
Some managers are famous for their hands-on approach. No comment. I actually going to have to discuss that. So the captain-wise, we'll talk about captains in a second when we get to the squad. That is the staff done. That is the press conference done. The next thing to come back for is the draw, which is on the 10th of April. So I'll see you for that in a couple of months. Okay, here we go then. It's going to be the draw for the European Championships. Let's see who we get. Please don't give us a group of death. Just please no group of death. Right, we'll do it this way around. Here we go. So we'll get pot 1 out the way because it doesn't really matter, does it? Right. We are in pot 3, by the way. So, this could be... I mean, can you imagine? We could get, Germany and Spain in the same group. Oh, shit. To be honest, not many of these look good. We want Group E right now is what we want. Let's see what Group A becomes. They go with Czech. Probably got Spain here, Serbia, Denmark, Poland, Belgium, Croatia. Right. Which one would you not want? I think the obvious one is Group B, and I think we might get stuck in it. Right, so Romania, Wales. Oh, dear, thank God for that. Slovakia, this one? No? Okay, this one? The last one. So we can get with Belgium. Okay, Belgium, Croatia. No easy game really there, but nothing it could have been a lot worse, of course. And let's see, we end up with not Norway. Good. And we're going to get Estonia. Okay, that was all right. I think that could have been a lot worse. It's not that it's easy. It could have been a lot worse. By the way, the qualification went as follows. The team finished second behind Italy in the group, just so you're aware. Obviously, we didn't play those games. That was all done before we joined. But anyway, that is our group. So there we go. Pretty good, I would say. The next thing to do is to pick the captain. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick John Stones as my captain to lead out the boys at the European Championships. And the vice captain is going to be Declan Rice. Those are going to be my captains going into the tournament. Right. I will see you for the next squad selection when we pick our squad for the European Championships and hope for no injuries. Apparently, Harry Kane is not happy that he has been replaced. He's exasperated at the fact he's been replaced by John Stones. John Stones, 73 caps for England, treble winner. Let's not get carried away here, Harry. He is the captain. John Stones is going to lead the boys, basically because he's going to play every game, because he's the only person that can do it. This is the John Stones role, What else do you want me to say? John Stones is going to be leading the lads. Stormzy is going to get in there and take the lads forwards, and he's going to lift the trophy, we hope. But, Harry Kane, you'll be there too. You're just not the captain, We need a winner in there. We need somebody who's going to get us in there. Why is there a mixed opinion on this? Viewers, what is wrong with John Stones being captain? What are we doing here? He's the only defender we've got that's in that mould. I'm sorry, but he's captain. He's got to lead the lads out. He's the only one I trust in that back line. I hope he scores. What's his penalty taking? Can I stick him as penalty taker? 12. With composure of 18, though. So you never know. He's not injured, is he, right now? No, good. All looking good right now. Right. Friendlies. I'm going to probably pick 2 friendlies. Yeah. So we'll go 4th of June, I think. 11th of June. That's perfect, that, I think. Yeah, but we could play like France, Italy, Portugal for like a competitive game, but we need a bit of confidence in the lads, don't we, I think? Let's see who we got down here. Who we got? The Cook Islands. I'll tell you, it sounds great, that. I reckon the Cook... We'd play them away, can we? Well, they're not interested in coming to us, apparently, the Cook Islands. I'm not happy with that. Don't want to play Norway, really. Don't fancy getting, you know, Haaland running through every time they counter on us with our possession football. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to play Hungary first, and then we're going to play Serbia second. Those are going to be our 2 games. I just wanted 2 European teams that weren't in like the top rankings, so that we could potentially win the game, and get ourselves a good bit of form and morale going into the 3 games. I'm pleased to get Estonia first, because hopefully that's a win, and it sets us up nicely going into those final 2. But we'll see how it goes. Right. That is everything sorted. I will see you for the squad selection, and hopefully no injuries, especially to our key players, which obviously is John Stones. Right, I've had a quick look. I don't think we've got any injuries whatsoever to the English players, which is really good news for us, of course. I'm quite happy about that. That's really good news. I'm happy that we managed to escape ourselves with any problems there. So it is time. Well, it's going to be pretty soon for us to pick our squad. Here it is. We get to pick 30 players in our preliminary squads. So I think loosely we're going to go, 4 goalkeepers and then 2 in each position. Pretty much what we're going to go for. And then maybe 1 or 2 extras. But that's basically what we're going to go for. We're going to start off with the goalkeepers and go down the list, I think. Again, remembering the style of football we're going to play. I'm picking the team, don't forget, based on this tactic in FM24. Not necessarily the squad I would pick in real life, of course. Making it very, very clear again, just so we know. So what I like in this tactic is basically it's 4 centre-backs across the back, right? So I need my full-backs in particular need to be able to be good in the air so that when we pin teams back, but we can't quite break them down. At least then when teams try to counter us by going long into the strikers or into the wide players, that like if they're playing in front 2, our 2 side centre-backs might be required to head the ball quite a bit. And also if they clear it wide, if the other team have like a pretty big winger, we've got players that can just dominate them in the air and get the ball headed back, and then we can reset the attack. So it's very, very important that we have players that are good in the air across the back, and then a centre-back profile of player. So anyway, let's go through and start off with the goalkeepers. I'm just going to sort them reputation here, and for every position. In fact, I need to get out of the way, don't I? So I'll stay out of the way here. So looking at the players, we have got, I think Jordan Pickford will be the number 1, very likely. Ramsdale's going to definitely be going, and then it's going to be 2 other goalkeepers here. Pope's problem for me is his passing, really. In fact, let me go here, because then you can still see the player that I'm looking at too, right? Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, you can still see them. Yeah, so Nick Pope, my problem with him is potentially his vision, his passing. I feel like if he did have to play for whatever reason, he could be a potential problem for me when we're pinning teams back. So for that reason, I might just go with maybe a James Trafford, who's slightly better on the ball. Again, not necessarily what I would do in real life. I'm just looking at this. I have to keep repeating that in case anybody misses it. But I think James Trafford would probably be a selection for me, just as a backup. I mean, I don't expect us to ever get past the first goalkeeper, let alone 2. But famous last words. I'll put this back in the video if that comes to pass. Right, moving on to centre backs then. So John Stones, of course, captain, leader, legends going in. Like Joe Gomez, I think, has got to go in. He'll be going in to play centre-back for us. I will try and use him as a centre-back more than a right-back too. His lack of vision, though, could be potentially a problem. But he's very good across the board as a defender in most areas there. Ezri Konsa looks pretty good as well. I mean, I just don't think that I can take him in this squad, you know. Like in real life, you'd have to. But I just think in my tactic, I don't think he's going to get in my team. Just because, I mean, I just don't see it, really. I don't see how he's going to play. Oh, we'll take him instead. I will definitely take him instead. Yeah, he's more the profile of player I'm looking for to play centre-back. There will be some spare ones available, though, don't forget. It's not literally 2 players in each position. There is a 30-player squad, so it will be more than 2 players in each position. I'm just going to get 2 players in each position for now, then we'll fill in those last remaining ones at the end. Like, for example, we're going to have loads of right-backs, right? So Kyle Walker's definitely going to be going as one of my right-backs. I'm not going to take Trippier. I know in real life you probably would. Reece James, I feel like you've got to take in FM. I think he's a really good option to take. Rico Lewis is a really good player. But that's your two right backs. Can we move on to the left back? I'll go back because we'll need more of them. I'm going to pick Trent as midfielder, by the way, just heads up in advance here. Luke Shaw and Ben Chilwell are both a profile of defenders that would probably get it done, I think. Definitely Chilwell. I mean, there is a case for like taking Tyreek Mitchell. He's not quite as good in the air as Luke Shaw is. Yeah, I think that'll do for now. We'll come back and revisit this. By the way, this isn't the absolute definite squad. I'm just trying to get a squad together roughly early on, then we can revisit this at the end. Declan Rice is going to go in as a pivot player. And Calvin Phillips, in real life, you probably couldn't take him. But I think in this, there's a strong consideration for him. Conor Gallagher's a bit too mobile for my liking for this role. He could play higher up for me. But for now, I'm going to pick Trent as the second one. Just because, like, looking at his attributes, really, I just think he could do that role if we need him to. But we'll come back to this. Midfielders. So the two, like, 8s and then the two 10s. Let's just pick Foden as one of them for now. Foden and Bellingham are definitely the easy two. Gonna pick Grealish as a wide player. Mason Mount's lack of dribbling really hinders his ability to get into my tactic. So he might get left out just based on that. Maddison's actually pretty good for it. And that leaves one more position for now. Again, it's just for now. We're going to revisit this in a second. I mean, Cole Palmer in real life, you probably have got to take in the squad. But looking at his profile of player there, I don't really know where he's going to play for me. I mean, he could play striker, I guess. But like midfielders would be difficult. I think Eze's got to go. He's a little slow, maybe. But we'll take him for now. And then wide players, we need 4 wide players. Am I going to take Sancho? Probably not, actually. I'll take Rashford. Again, in real life, I understand why you wouldn't. Raheem Sterling I'll probably take as well. Saka definitely goes. That's 3 wide players. And then it's probably Grealish, I guess, would be the 4th one. I'm not counting Rashford as a striker. I'm going to count him as a wide player. I'm not counting Rashford as a striker. I'm going to count him as a wide player. So that would be your 4 wide players. Yeah, then strikers it'll be to finish off. Kane definitely. I mean, Tammy Abraham on a football game is just the business, isn't he, really? Like, he's just got everything you'd like in a striker. So I'm going to put him in the squad. In real life, I'd 100% take Ollie Watkins. I absolutely love Ollie Watkins. I think he's a quality player. Dominic Calvert-Lewin I probably wouldn't take in real life, but on the game I might. So I'm going to call him in to the squad. Eddie Nketiah, you'd consider an FM, I think. So I've currently got 30 players. This is currently the squad right here. Now, obviously, in real life, Harry Kane's going to be a starting number 9. In my tactic, he'd probably be better as the attacking playmaker here. He'd probably be better there, or not in the team at all. Like, that's probably going to be the best thing to do. But it's a really big call to make, that is. Ollie Watkins, I love, but I'm not sure how effective he's going to be. He might be effective as a striker. I'm not actually quite sure. Nketiah, in fact, I might take him out. I don't know. I've got a lot of players like Kim Anthony Gordon that are close to being really effective, but I'm just not sure they're going to really do the business in this one. It's a one-off tournament, right? You're playing in a one-off tournament. There isn't like a long-term save where players are going to, like, obviously improve. I mean, Ivan Toney's quite good as well. He's a really good round player. Rico Lewis, I mean, could play as a defensive midfielder for me, probably, in this tactic. That's where he's played before when I played as City. I really like Conor Gallagher. I really want to get him in somehow. Him and the Ben White, I'd love to get into the squad. Yeah, I'm relatively happy, I think, with the squad that I've got. Oh, no, Ben White's in the squad. Oh, no, I've already got Ben White in, actually, so ignore that. Well, he's in. Who was the other player that I said? Do I actually want Trent as a backup defensive field player? Because if he played any higher up, he might play into the central field position. Like, if Declan Rice was out for the entire tournament, if he picks up an injury, am I going to be okay with just Trent starting as the defensive field player? I feel like I've got one too many forwards in the squad. I know he's done well in real life, but I just think Cole Palmer isn't really going to be doing anything for us in this squad, so I think I'm going to drop him out. I'm going to throw in, it sounds ridiculous in real life, considering the seasons they've had, but those who play FM a lot would understand. I think I have to do that, at least for now, and put another defensive field player in the squad. I mean, Conor Gallagher, I really want to put him in the squad. So I think I'm going to try and get... And Joe Willock. Is Joe Willock in already? Anthony Gordon's the least likely player, I think, to play out of all those. So I'm going to take him out. That gets me Conor Gallagher in. Could be all of this just to get knocked out in the group stages. That is the squad done then. That is all good. Yeah, Joe Willock's there. So that's the squad. Again, picking it purely off of FM, really. and we'll see how it all plays out. I think Pickford's going to start the campaign, but Ramsdale could easily replace him. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is a proper just selection for FM reasons, really. Tammy, I feel like Tammy's going to start. Has he played much in the save? He's played a few games towards the end of the season. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, how did you get on this year? He scored a lot of goals this year. Ollie Watkins is the third choice striker right now. I mean, I could pick Rashford as a striker. I could do that, and then that would leave me with other options wide. It would be those two. It would be I mean, really though, Grealish could play as a number 10 as well. Be like a backup for Jude. So Jude being in the Kevin De Bruyne role. Did he have an injury or something this season? Not really. Right, I'm dropping Calvin Phillips. And I'm going to put in Ivan Toney. That'll do. And that is going to be your squad. I'm not going to read out every single person's names. That will take ages. But that is going to be your squad there. That is all 30 players. We'll cut it down here in a second. I think some pretty obvious candidates for being cut in the next round before we do the actual squad. So it's time to hit the squad. So the 3 goalkeepers are pretty easy, right? They go in. But it's only cutting 4 players. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we can actually have a couple more of these. Right. So is that what we want? Is it going to be Ben White, Willock, Eze, and Toney? I think we go with that. I'm basically picking Calvert-Lewin over Ivan Toney just because of how I think he'll play in the tactic. Ollie Watkins, I'm picking really because I like him. I guess that's more of a because I like him selection. Eze, I just think with Eze, him and James Maddison are going to do the same role in the squad. So only really one of them can go in. They're very similar like profiles of play if you look at the attribute spread there. Willock's quite unique, but I think that it's either you take Willock and you only use Trent as a deeper player, really, or you take Conor Gallagher, which frees up Trent to go further forwards. I think I'm going to go down that route. And then I've left Ben White out. I mean, I could leave Ollie Watkins out or Nketiah because I've got enough forwards. I could take one of them out. I mean, strikers-wise, I mean, Kane, Abraham, I don't really need a fourth one. If Ollie's going to go in, really, Ollie Watkins and Nketiah are taking up the same selection in the squad. Or I can drop Reece James. I might do that, actually, because Kyle Walker's going to be the one to play right back. Ben White would be a good backup, I think. And do you know what? I'm doing that. Reece James can drop out. I'm going to do that and take Ollie Watkins anyway. I think we go with that. That'll do. Let's go with that as a squad. Okay, I'm not going to make you sit through the pre-tournament friendlies. I'm going to play them off camera. I'm actually going to play them myself too. I'm not going to leave it to the assistant. I'm going to do these off camera. And then when we come back, we'll carry on with the group stage with the first game against Estonia. So I'll see you in a few weeks for the game against Estonia. And I'll let you know how the games went off camera. And hopefully we picked up no injuries going into that first game. See you in a few weeks.
It's coming, football's coming home.
Right, here we go then. It is time for the European Championships. Let's see how 2 warm-up games went off of camera. Yeah, okay, so it wasn't great, I'll admit. The first game was a draw at home against Hungary. We scored late as well to get the equaliser. We beat Serbia 2-0 the game after. We did control the game though, 66% possession, 1966. You see, we've got something going here. We've got something going. You're telling me there's a chance. Then we got Serbia, who beat 2-0, and we ended up with 73% possession in that one. That leads us in nicely to the game against Estonia. One thing I noticed off of camera was that I felt like Konsa was a better centre-back partner for Stones than Gomez because of in possession qualities. So I'm probably going to lean towards Konsa for this game. There's something I might try. It's a bit radical, maybe. I might go with Stones and Declan Rice as a centre-back partnership, with Rice stepping into midfield and then playing Trent deeper, then getting somebody else on the midfield. Because I just think in possession that might be better for us. But we'll see. Anyway, your team for the first game at the European Championships is Pickford in goal, Walker, Stones, Konsa, and Chilwell across the back, Declan Rice, Trent and Bellingham as our midfield 3, Saka on the left, Foden on the right, Kane up front. Here we go then. Come on, England. Stick to the plan, stay patient, and we'll be fine. National anthems. Here we go. Come on, England. Okay, we're going to play comprehensive, I think, for the first match. And we'll see how things go. If we go quite far ahead in this game, obviously I will quicken it up into key highlights or something. But obviously, because it's a really short tournament, we're playing the games on slightly longer highlights. We want to see the actual football being played. And as you can see, some of the tactic playing out here, we've got lots of... See, that's what we want. Progressive passes straight to the middle there. That was really good. Trent goes backwards. Probably could have gone to Saka a bit earlier there. Saka goes inside with the ball. Plays out to Chilwell. Jude's getting in Harry Kane's way a little bit there. You've got a midfielder trying to go forwards and a striker trying to drop deep, which may not be the best thing at times. And at times it might link up and play very, very well. It's going to be interesting to watch that play out against better opposition at the very least. Declan Rice gets it into Harry Kane. Harry Kane out to Phil Foden on the right-hand side. Goes past the player. Goes on his right foot. Going to try and cut across. Going to be a corner. By the way, I let the set-piece coach do the set-pieces, of course. My God, every single corner against us felt like it was about to go in. So I might take these over myself after this game because it was honestly there was like 5 corner highlights at the end of the game. And that was on key. So something isn't quite working with his routines. We've had 81% possession so far. Not many highlights, though. And 0 shots. Declan Rice, Kyle Walker, into Stonesy. Captain Stonesy. Takes some touches, switches out to Saka, who's going to get on the ball, can bring it down. He's got plenty of time and space. Plays into Trent. Trent's going to need to try and find these lads here if we can find them. Konsa, in here. 3 passes. Oh, no. It was there as well. Better late than never. No, go back to Pickford. That's not good. That's poor from us, really. We should be able to play those passes through in those scenarios. Foden gets it, though. Plays it back to Kyle Walker. Controlling the game really well here. Konsa. And we should be, though, against the lob position. I don't want to disrespect Estonia, but, they're not the best team in the group. Foden goes inside. Plays into Saka. Saka left-footed into Trent. Trent gets on it. Beats his man. Whoa, but it goes from Trent. Trent goes through. It's going to be a penalty, surely, for England. And yet again, Harry Kane's got the opportunity to score from the penalty spot for England. It's given. It's a penalty for England. It's going to be Harry Kane. He's going to take it to put England 1-0 up at the Euros. There it is. 1-0 to England. Harry Kane scores, and that puts us on our way. Because there's an instant highlight straight after the penalty. They're going to go back and play round our press. We're going to hopefully win it here. Can we? Oh, it was close. Come on, Jude. Get into that. I feel like I want to be creative with this England team and play some players in different positions, but I've only got one tournament to do it in, so that isn't really going to be doable. Saka gets it, plays into Harry Kane. Foden's going to get it and go on the outside. So one thing I've noticed is when Foden switches it, I'd prefer Saka to be a right-footed player as he just goes close and then he scores because he controls it. And I feel like if he was right-footed, he could take a touch and play another incisive pass in, but he doesn't get the chance to do that because he's left-footed. And there he had a good shooting opportunity. Again, if he was right-footed, he probably would have done something better with it. But something to watch out for going forwards. Okay, that was really the only thing that happened in the first half was the goal from Harry Kane. I feel like we need to be a bit more incisive. And I feel like that Saka, either we need to change Saka's role or we need to replace him. So we're going to go winger attack on the left and see how that plays out. Corner's whipped in towards the far post. Conte goes up, headed towards goal, and it goes in. 2 set pieces for England. It is 2018 all over again, and it is 2-0. Not going to show the replays of these goals because they're pretty basic, but we'll take it. 2-0. Kane gets it, plays it across the Saka. It doesn't even get there. Yeah, that's not really working, is it, with his new role out there? Bit disappointing from Saka in this one. And Estonia go on the counter. They're going to get a goal against us. John Stones has been rinsed here. And they go inside. They're going to get a shot. It's going to be a chance, Estonia get a chance. Oh, and it's in. It's a shot goal from Estonia. I was going to say this. Ramsdale played one of the 2 warm-up games. And he did play pretty well against Serbia. Made one really good save. So maybe it's a case of switching both Ramsdale and Rashford both into the team for the next one. Trent runs away from the midfielders. He's going to cut back. Mate, it doesn't make you feel good, does it, if we're struggling this much against them? We're not really struggling, but, it's... Because you're not 5-1 up, it doesn't feel like you're that comfortable, does it? In these scenarios. Kane's quite tired, I might have him off and throw on... let's give Tammy some more minutes. I need Tammy to get match sharp and banging in the goals. As goes in. John Stones! Captain John Stones! Another set-piece goal. It is typical 2018 England all over again. Going to take off Foden, throw on... I think we'll throw on Ollie Watkins. Conte's a bit tired. He can come off. We'll throw on... Ben White's not played yet for me, I don't think. And then Trent can come off. And we'll throw on James Maddison. I mean, when you look at the stats now with just 1 shot for Estonia, that does look like an absolutely, huge battering from us. But the fact of the matter is, all 3 of our goals have been from set pieces. So we're not taking the chances of creating open play, which is a huge problem. And we got caught on the counter from them. I mean, it was a really unlikely goal. There isn't going to be too many of them against us. I don't know why I said that. You just know we're going to get knocked out by something like that now. Jude Bellingham goes through. Jude goes through. Probably should have scored. And that is going to do it. 3-1 win for England. We'll say well done to the lads. We did our job, really. Won the game. That's all we needed to do. It wasn't great, but it wasn't absolutely terrible either. There were definitely some positives in there. And yeah, I guess I will show you all the other results after the next set of games have been played. So I'll see you in a few days for the Belgium game, and we'll go through all the other teams' results too and see who's been doing well, at least after game 1. So a quick overview of the groups. I'll move myself out the way as we go up here. But yeah, in Group A, you can see Germany and Czech Republic, Romania and Hungary have all drawn against each other. So every team has got 2 points after 2 matches played. So there you go. Spain and Italy have already qualified from 2 wins from 2 in their group. France and Turkey are leading the way in their group with Serbia and Slovakia 1 each. I'll move out the way here. And then you can see Portugal and Denmark have got themselves in a good position with Norway as well, actually. That's going to be quite a close one. So one decent team will be pretty knocked out there. But I think largely everybody you'd expect to go through is sort of going through. The only one potentially could be Germany, could be in trouble because that's just on a knife edge, really. They've drawn to Romania and the Czech Republic. So they've only got Hungary next, which is a tough game. Let me tell you, that is a tough game against Hungary. And our group is only played 1 game. We are next. So there you are. Okay, so John Stones was a little tired going into this game. In fact, he's okay now to play, but I'm going to drop him anyway. He'll go back in for the next one because I want to try Declan Rice as the Libra. I did want to try Stonesy here, but we'll play Conza instead. So your team for this game, now don't forget, because of the way the training works in FM, we cannot rest players between matches. So ultimately, there's 2 ways you can go about this. Either you can have an entire first 11, an entire backup 11, and then flip between the 2 for a few matches to try and keep the team fresh, or you've got to keep changing players every few matches. And that is something that I think we've pretty much just got to accept here that we're going to have to do. So that is how we're going to approach this. And we're going to go for this game. We're going to go with Ramsdale in goal is going to stay as the number 1, I think, for the rest of the tournament. Chilwell, Konsa, Rice and Walker across the back. Rice is really midfield player, isn't he? Just defends in the back line there. With Trent in front, with Foden and Bellingham as midfield 3. That's very creative front midfield 3 there. Rashford left, Saka right, Tammy Abraham down the middle. Come on, England. Here we go. Football is coming home. Here we go. Excited for this. I'm excited because this is an actual test for us now this time. Do you know what I mean? And we'll say to the lads, yeah, pick up where you left off. That's fine. The national anthems are in again. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how this team does for this one. None of the strikers so far have done the business. The next thing I might try is throw Rashford up front. That reminds me, I need to change the set pieces, don't I? Foden whips it in towards the far post. Chilwell's going to go up, goes down. Rashford knocks down Trent. Surely, Trent. Oh, what a chance that was for England. Oh, it was close. They're playing 5 at the back now. Both teams in my warm-up games both played 5 at the back and gave us a huge problem. So I hope that's not a theme going forwards. But I fear it might be. We'll find out, I guess. Can we slide across here, lads? Can we? I mean, we can control the game really easily against it. You just don't want to go a goal down against it, apparently, because we don't seem to create as many chances. Having that 5 sort of stops the half spaces pretty well, doesn't it? As Kevin De Bruyne is going to whip in across. We don't want to see this. Oh, he's played at the edge of the area. Did we get out? We got just in time there with Kyle Walker. And hopefully that's the end of their highlight. I feel like I'm going to have to take control of the set pieces for the next match. I just feel like I have to. Anyway, for now, we've got Foden into Shaw, into Trent. Trent into Konsa. So it's here, right? It's here. So Konsa gets on it. What I want to see is Konsa get on it, turn, play a nice little pass straight into Declan Rice. I want Tammy here. Jude, you should be over here, son. Jude, come on. That's it. I mean, we don't need to go Ramsdale for that. We got to Rice anyway. Jude, get across, Jude. Saka. Bukayo Saka goes inside. He's giving it away. Saka's not had a good start to the tournament at all. I'm getting a bit worried about him, actually, because he seems to have struggled down both sides of the pitch early doors. They're going to go across. They're going to get a chance from this. They cross the far post, headed away. Can we get up? It just goes over the bar. Be a whole entire highlight from us playing out. So Rashford gets on it. Plays it back to Ben Chilwell. Okay. Phil Foden's there if you want to use him. Okay, well, we've still got this somehow. Ben Chilwell's still going. He's still going now. He's got to have to use somebody backwards. Trent is going to get this to Declan Rice. Can he get it to him? He does now. Good ball. Into Jude. Jude turns. Into Saka. Saka turns, gives Rice. Now a bit of an overlap here, maybe. Declan Rice still goes. He's doing it himself, actually. Crosses, deflected, goes for a corner. It's going to be our short routine, apparently. Saka's going to take it. Is he going to play it short? He does. He's going to get it back from Trent. He's going to stay on it. He's going to cut inside. He's going to surely get a shot away. No, he's giving it away. We can make 5 subs here. I'm tempted to take him off, you know. I'm just not liking what I'm seeing from him at all. Declan Rice still has it. He's going to go inside. Back to Kyle. Back into Bukayo Saka. Who goes wide, goes round the player. Gets by him a little bit. Crosses it. Stands across to Tammy Abraham. And it's headed over. Who could we put on the right? Could put Raheem Sterling, could go out and have a go out there. I think for now, I'm just going to put stay wider on him and see if we can just get him the ball in slightly wider areas and let him maybe run at players a little more when he's got more space. Can we get Saka on the ball? Does he want it here? Saka gets it. Back into... Oh, no. Trent's gone down with an injury. Does he need to come off? He doesn't need to come off. He wants to come off. I guess if he wants to come off, we're just going to take him off, and we're not going to mess around here. I guess Declan Rice could go... I guess we could go Declan Rice up, Konsa across, and then bring on Joe Gomez. Or you just bring on Conor Gallagher. I feel like we've started well in the back line, so I'm going to bring on Conor Gallagher, I think, on this occasion, as they've got an injury too. Halftime is 0-0. Going to say, do it for the fans. I'm going to take this off of Saka. And then what do we do with him? Like, he's really... I mean, it says he's on a 7.2 and having a good game, but I'm not agreeing with that, to be honest. I'm going to switch him for... What do we want? I think Raheem Sterling, we'll go with here. Going to take off Tammy Abraham, put on Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And that'll do for now, I think. Belgium have a highlight here. They've messed this up, though. Grealish gets onto it. One of the subs who's just come on plays an absolutely terrible pass in behind. And we're going to get counted on again, are we, here by Belgium? We're not going to get to that ball, so they're going to be pretty set in their possession. They're in possession structure now. They go wide. Can we cut this off? Cut this off. Force them in here. Let's lock them in. I mean, he's there. He's on his own, lads. Come on. Not good enough in the pressing here. Dominic Calvert-Lewin does give you that, though. He's got lots of work rate. As Kyle Walker wins that good lad, Kyle. Well done. Plays it into Grealish. Doesn't quite get there. There's a lot of turnovers at the moment in this game. We've got a lot of fresh players up there. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, where are you going? Where are you... Oh, no. There's problems here. Carrasco goes through. Cuts it back to Openda. Plays it across. They're going to get a chance. They're going to get a chance, and they score, and it's 1-0 to Belgium.
1-0 Belgium.
Okay, ball goes long in behind. They're going to bring it down. Going to get some early pressure on them. Can we win it off them and try and counter? Can we do it? They're going to play out I'd say Brighton, Belgium here. They go behind to Doku. They've got a chance. They've got a chance where we can get a second here. Doku's going to run away. He's going to play it into the box. They get a chance. They score. We're going to lose to Belgium. Very late highlight. This might be good for goal difference. That's about it. It goes into the box. Calvert-Lewin heads it over the bar. Yeah, really poor again from us. I'm really disappointed in how we've played so far in probably all the matches so far. It's not been a good start, really, with us being an England manager. We'll say unlucky, but that was disappointing, really. Trent's have a 3 to 5 weeks. That is not good. Right, so the next game, John Stones will definitely go back in. I think for the next game, I'm going to go with this. And then we go Ramsdale in goal, Chilwell, Konsa, Stones, Walker across the back, Rice as the pivot, Bellingham as the 8, Harry Kane playing off of Rashford with Saka right, forward and left. I think we're going to go with that and see how that goes in the next one. So I'll see you in a few days for the game against Croatia, and we need to win this now, really, to go through. Here we go then. It is the huge game against Croatia. I am looking forward and dreading this at the same time. I mean, tactically, I feel like that we are struggling a bit to create some chances. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else really we can do. I feel like that we're controlling games. In fact, we've got some tired players for this one. So the team that I thought I was going to play, I probably can't just play that team. Gomez is going to play for Konsa. We'll definitely make that change. Foden's a little tired, so he probably can't play. I would say he probably needs to come out, and Raheem Sterling can go in. And we'll probably go with that. And then Marcus Rashford's a little tired too. But I feel like we need to win, though. So I'm going to play Rashford because I don't rate any of the strikers so far. They've all been pretty average to poor, really. So we're going to go with that and see how that team goes then. We've had to change the team a bit to make it slightly fresher. Let's go with that anyway. Come on, England. Assistant manager says he wants to see an improved performance from them. And I agree. I'm sure Brian Clough would have said the same.
And you never know, John. You and your profession just might recognise that we are a good side.
Come on, lads. We need to win this. Come on, England. Yeah, so Gomez is probably the best type we've got in the transitions, which is good. He's probably not the best in possession, so you get the rough with you smooth a little bit. I forgot to take back control of the set pieces. Saka to Bellingham. Bellingham to Saka. Saka crosses it into the far post. Buchoa goes up, heads it towards goal. Keeper saves it. Bellingham gets this, plays into Raheem Sterling. Runs away from the defenders. He's going to try and cut back now. He's going to cut back. He's going to stay on it, though. He does. He stays on the ball. Plays into Jude Bellingham. That's a great ball from Raheem Sterling. Jude Bellingham crosses it far post. Harry Kane! Harry Kane scores! What a goal that is! Brilliant football. Great little half-space cross. And a header from Harry Kane makes it 1-0. Let's watch this again. Really, really good England goal. Raheem Sterling, love the little... I mean, he did lose the ball, but he did win it back and gets it back and plays it into Bellingham. Lovely little half-space cross into Harry Kane at the far post. Headed down, and it's 1-0. Okay, throw in here for Croatia. They throw it into their number 10. They're going to get a chance on this. They shoot, and they've scored. And they've scored from that bloody set piece.
Croatia's cravings are satisfied.
It's another highlight for Croatia. This is not looking good for us. They're going to play it through to the middle. Chilwell's going to win this, though. Can we counter? Chilwell's got it. He's played back and retain the ball. Let's reset the attack. Gomez, come to the right if you need to. He's going to stay on it and try and play it centrally. That's fine. Chilwell. He's got Raheem Sterling, who stays on it. Back into Chilwell. Good football. Oh, don't like this. Oh, that was okay. Lucky they didn't press us there because that could have been a bit of a calamity. Gomez into Raheem Sterling. I don't know why he didn't just go into the central area there. Would have helped us out a little bit. Gomez, please play into him. Please do it. There you go. Finally, better late than ever. Rice, Harry Kane into Rashford. Nice little first pass from Harry Kane. Love that. Rashford shoots. It's not good. Okay, we'll say go do it for the fans. I'm going to make... Well, a lot of the team's tired now. I see that's the problem. So Chelsea's going to come and make that change there. Rashford's a little tired. We'll make that change. We'll leave it like that for now. Instant highlight. Not sure if that's a good thing or not. We'll have to see. Gomez gets it. Plays it into Ramsdale, who I'm not sure is going to keep his place. You know, it's hard to pick between these two goalkeepers right now. Not because they're both doing great either. It's just, it's really hard. Like, I don't know which one really is the better one to go for. They're going to go into the box here, Croatia, and, well, luckily Ramsdale saved that one. So another throw-in, though. I'm definitely going to change the set pieces after this. Take off Saka and throw on Jack Grealish on the left. Move Raheem to the right. Harry Kane's injured. I don't believe it. I don't believe what I'm seeing here. Grealish to the middle. Nketiah goes right. Raheem can go left. Declan Rice needs to be changed as well. We've got to put Conor Gallagher in there as well. Highlight here. Conor Gallagher to Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker gets it. Swings towards the far post. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and there it is. Big header from England. Dominic Calvert-Lewin scores. That's going to be 2-1. We needed that goal, really. But I've got to be honest, I'm just worried about how long Harry Kane's going to be out for because he looks pretty creative. He played a really good first-time pass through to Rashford early on, and he scored the header. It's like, you know, he played really well in that sort of like number 10 role, and it's helped Jude play slightly deeper. That's going to be 2-1. He's going to play into Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling takes a touch. That's good. Stay on it. They've got to chase us now. Conor Gallagher is going to try. That's actually a really good pass. Jack Grealish gets it. Runs away from the first set of players. He's going to keep going here as Jack has got much support now. He's going to try and cut back as he swings at the far post. Raheem Sterling is going to get there. Keeper's going to collect. We're going to go defensive here. Pressing forwards. Defensive field to defend. Time wasting up. Let's do it, lads. Come on. We've still got the ball going after the changes I made. Luke Shaw's got it. Goes wide. Plays it across. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. No, it was close. And there it is. Finishes 2-1 to England. That puts us through to the knockout stages. But we've lost already Trent to injury. How long is Harry Kane out for? That is the question. And the answer is disaster. Absolute disaster. He actually looked creative and a threat at the same time. So gutted. Right, before we end today's episode and going into episode 2, I did say there was going to be 2 episodes, but I guess technically there could have been just one if we got knocked out in the group stage. But obviously we've qualified. But we'll stay together until we find out who we're going to play. So let's find out who we're going to play and then we'll end things there. Okay, we are going to play against Portugal in the second knockout round. Who have they got any injuries? They've lost Bruno Fernandes for the tournament, so at least they've got 1 too. I guess that was a little bit. As long as everybody's got 1 or 2 major injuries, we can deal with it, but that's not helped us really, has it, at all? So, but that is going to do it. Thank you so much to everybody for watching the episode and for watching the recent videos on the channel. I really appreciate all of you and for tuning in. That was tense. It's tense when you do international football on FM because you're one and done, right? As soon as you mess up once, that's it. It's all over. So I'm going to end recording today. We're going to end the recording today, and I'm going to end the recording too. I'm not going to do the second part until tomorrow. We've got a good start. Those 2 injuries are a disaster. Trent's definitely out for the entire, 12 days. I mean, maybe the final, but unlikely, right? More likely an option off the bench if we desperately need, but I'm devastated about that because I really thought that I could see it, right? And if you have the highlights, maybe I'd cut some of them out depending on how long the video is. But Harry Kane, not only did he score, but there was one highlight that definitely will be in where he played that first time pass through. I think it was to Rashford. And just he was the only player that was really doing that. But I've just got to hope that Jude starts to really perform in that position. Rashford looked decently a threat as a striker, looked like he linked up pretty well. Raheem Sterling looked good on the left too. So I feel like that Rashford and Sterling, at least for now, are going to be the 2 players starting there. Declan Rice goes back to pivot, of course. And then I don't know what to do about this position, really. Now at number 10, I guess Bellingham's going to have to go there. But I did like having due deeper. Like, I was thinking for this game, I was going to go Foden on the right, Bellingham goes deep, Harry Kane goes in number 10, and then Saka is the one that would drop out, but that plan's gone. Grealish looked okay as well when he came on too, but very, very frustrating. But that is it. That is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series, or the mini-series as it is. Football is coming home. I believe it in my bones. We're going to be doing it, but it's Portugal. They've got some winners in their team, and that'll be next time. Thanks for watching.